Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, by the title, we are doing my go-to glam makeup, which is like just my makeup that I wear when I'm doing a full glam. You guys always ask my routine for this, and it's updated, so I thought I would show you guys my updated routine and all of that. So we're gonna jump into it. Of course, it's not just gonna be a normal talking boring video. We're gonna have some music in there, some, you know, zhuzh it up a little bit. It's not gonna be just boring. So let's get into it. I will try and show you guys all the products as I usually do. So let's just jump into it. Get my face, because she's looking bare a little bit. So let's get ready and all that. All right.
If you fuck me, then fuck you. And that's the way I...
Alright, first we're gonna start off with skincare. You guys always ask me what my skincare routine is. It is so simple. It is just these 4 products here. Like, I don't really do much. This is all it is. So first we're gonna start off with my Desi Leche de Guava toner. This is actually new in my routine. And next I'm going to go into my eye cream, which is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. Okay, next I'm going to go into my vitamin C serum. This is also pretty much my whole skincare is by Desi. It's not sponsored. I pay for these myself. But this is the Desi Claire KC vitamin C serum. This helps me so much with my acne scars. I do have acne prone skin. Alright, and while that's sitting on my face and kind of just like sinking in, I'm going to do my brows. I don't know why it makes it easier when this vitamin C serum's on my face to do my brows. But I'm going to use the NYX brow pencil. This is my go-to. I've been using this for years and she hasn't let me down ever. So we're going to do my brows, just lightly kind of fill in the sparse areas and all of that. As the song, throwback. We can hit, it's worse. Alright. Brows are done. Next we have like one more skincare type of product, and that's the Sun Glow Super Glow. I don't know. What am I saying? It's like the illuminator. This one I get English. I get the shade Sun Glow here, which is like the darker shade, and I mix it in with my moisturizer, which again by Desi is the Aqua Fresca. It's just like a base moisturizer, and I mix these two together. So I just put a pump of this and a pump of this and mix it together. Last night you called on accident, looking on the other end. I wish you know inside of still alive for it. Called on you. Okay, so now that my base is pretty much all there, I like to let this sit for at least like 10-ish minutes, just because this is like, I feel like the most important, and I want it to dry like almost completely before I start actually doing my makeup. So let's listen to some music, jam out a little bit, and then we will get onto the actual makeup part. But that's the prep part, which I usually do when I'm doing my hair.
Y'all know what this me up in the band. I done searched my
Hold on. I lied. We're actually gonna do my eyes. I forgot that I do eyeshadow for this look. So while that's setting, we're gonna do our eyes, and then by the time we're done our eyelids, we can go onto our face. So okay, so I prep my eyelids with concealer and like powder. This is the Huda Beauty, and then the Tower 28 in the shade OC. So I'm just gonna pop this on my eyelid. Alright, so now that we look crazy and our eyelid wall, the English is not Englishing. Our eyelids are prepped. I'm gonna, bruh, be so for real, prepped. We're gonna go into eyeshadow, which is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes palette. This is just like the original one here, and this is my favorite one. Like, she's used and abused. I pretty much use this every day. So I'm gonna actually go into this like top corner shade here, which is just a neutral shade here, and pop this in my crease here. Open up to me, I'm gonna take more of a compact brush, and then I'm gonna actually mix, I'm gonna mix this shade here with this shade. It's like the two browns. This one's kind of more like orangey tone, and this one's just like more of a neutral tone. So I'm gonna mix those two together, and I'm just gonna pack this on my eyelid. Nothing crazy to it. I don't really do any technique. And I know it looks looks crazy now, I know, but I'm gonna go back in with my like original fluffy brush in that shade, and we're just gonna blend until it looks like pretty much seamless, and just get in there. So don't be afraid to blend, it's okay. Okay, we're pretty much done with like the blending portion of my lid. I know it honestly looks like it's just one shade. We're gonna go into this shade here with an angled like small brush, and I'm just gonna kind of put this on the top of my lash line really close and just kind of smudge it out there. So I'm just gonna put it really close. All right, and we're basically done our eyes for now, so we're gonna start doing our base, and then we're gonna kind of move around a little bit. And this is the primer I use. It's the She Glam Good Grip. It's basically like the milk duping primer, but I like this better. I don't know why, I like it better. It just feels better on my skin. It's not super sticky, but like it still grips my makeup. So we're gonna use this. Alright, and while that's setting, I'm just gonna set my brows. This is the Anastasia brow gel. So now that our face is set and ready for all that, we're gonna use concealer. This is the Tower 28. I am in my winter shade, so I always have to mix to kind of get my shade match. So I'm gonna use the shade OC and K-Town, a lighter one and a darker one, obviously, just to kind of shade match as close as possible. Just like a star. You see, I love on emotion. Okay, and because right now I recently broke out, I have a lot of acne scars, and sometimes this concealer just doesn't cover it. So I'm gonna go into my NARS like pot concealer. This is in the shade Custard, and I go with a like little fluffy, if I can find a little fluffy brush here, and I just put this and kind of like spot conceal wherever it needs to be covered. Okay, and like I said, it just adds a little bit of extra cover without being like super cakey. And then I'm gonna go into the LYS bronzer. I have the shade No Limits Harmony, I think. No Limits Harmony, is that it? This is my favorite bronzer stick ever. It is so creamy and it is so good. So we're gonna use this for my contour. And I always pop some on the bottom of my nose just to kind of give it more of that button effect. So we look a little crazy, kind of like a clown, but I'm gonna go into blush, and this is the LYS. I kind of switch my blushes every day. This has been the one I've been using lately, which is the LYS one in the shade Confident. So I'm just gonna use this. It is a cream blush, but I usually just do this and I pop it on. Like I said, I switch my blushes, but this is kind of what I've been using for the most part, so we're gonna use this. Oh no, I might have put too much on. Oh, I definitely put too much on. No fear, no fear. That's fine when that happens. It's okay. I'm gonna use this and just kind of, this is like my face brush that I use, and I'm just gonna kind of pat it away. My concealer under my eyes, I use the same concealer and do the same thing of mixing the two together. And I usually let this sit for like 30 seconds, and then I go to blend it out with this like little pointed brush by Sonia Kashuk, and then I immediately set it with, no, not this, hold on. I set it first with the Charlotte Tilbury powder, and again, I mix my shades because I am in between shades right now, and I just can't, they need like an in-between shade between these two. So this is shade 2 and 1, so I mix these two together for my under eye, and then I use the remainder to set my face. And then I go into the Huda Beauty powder and do a little bit of baking and all over my face. Again, I know it's a lot, but I do it immediately after I blend my concealer away to like prevent creasing. So this is a lot. I know this is so extra, but this is what I do. So I usually like, okay, this is what I have, my little puff here. So I'm gonna get it ready. I always get it ready before I do it. So I go into like shade 2 first, and then I go into shade 1, which is the lighter shade, and then I just tap it a little extra so we have on the puff, and it is ready for my under eye. And I'm gonna blend one side at a time and then set it. So I always do one side and then go to the next. And this kind of just like makes my face look very airbrushed and like just sets really nicely, and not like, it doesn't give me like a cakey feeling, but also like it makes me look like I'm smooth and like I don't really have pores. So that's why I like going in with this first. And then again, I'm gonna go in with the Huda Beauty. This is in the shade also Pound Cake, for anyone wondering. And this is like my perfect like winter fall shade. So again, I just grab on the puff and then I like to tap this in immediately to my under eye and really press this in, and then I'll go in to bake. And then this one I will go around my entire face and set it in place. And now I'll do a little bit of baking under my eye. And now I look like a ghost. No, I actually look so pale right now. I'm scared. This step is necessary. Oh my god, I look so crazy. And then I'll go in with this big duo like fluffy brush and just blend everything else around my face. And then I'll flip sides to the small end and go under my eye. Okay, and because I obviously lost color, I just go back in with the brushes because they have the cream products. And I just bring color back into my face with it. Now that our face is set and matte and all that, I like to go in with a little Q-tip first, and I know, I like it. I have all my beauty spots and moles that I like to like uncover because they get faded from the makeup. So I just like to wipe them to make them pop more. I have 3 on my nose here. Okay. There we go. And I'm not a fan of the matte look on me personally, so I'm going to go into my Charlotte Tilbury airbrush spray. Again, this just makes my face look very like flawless. I always get compliments on my skin when I do this makeup routine because it just like looks so good in person and on camera. So I'm going to spray my face. This also melts all the makeup and dry products in my skin together, so we don't look like we have that really like a lot of layers of makeup on our face, even though we do. And I spray a lot because I really don't want my face to be matte.
Since you got best,
and we don't judge around here. I'm always so scared. Also, makeup gets in my nose and stuff. I'm also so scared that I'm having, like, I'll have boogers or something, so I always take a Q-tip and I wipe the inside. We don't judge. We watch and we don't judge, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna finish off my eyes and all that, and then we'll come back to our face. I'm going to curl my lashes. This is the Shiseido eyelash curler, and I always like go in with a comb as well because I just like to separate my lashes. So I curl them and then comb them like immediately. Alright, and now that my lashes are curled, I'm going to go in with my favorite mascara, which is the L'Oreal Panorama one. I always use waterproof because it holds my curl up, and God knows I need help with my lashes staying up because they never like to unless I use waterproof. So we're going to pop this on. Usually I add like thicker mascara if I'm just wearing mascara and not lashes, but today I'm gonna be a little extra and do the lashes, which I normally do if I'm doing like a really glam look, which are these ones. These are the Ardell, the 521s. They're the light as air ones. These are my favorite, you guys. I love them. I cut them in half and use the outer half. I'll show you guys, but I'm gonna apply a couple more coats of mascara. I kind of avoid the outer corner of it if I'm using lashes, and just because I don't want it to be super heavy there. So that's what we're gonna do, and kind of focus more of the mascara on like the inner half. Now while we're letting our lashes dry so we can put our lashes on, I'm gonna do my bottom lash line, which where's it? If I can find it. I use the same brush that I use for my lid, and I do the same 2 shades here. And I'm just going to pop this on, again, my lower lash line. And it just adds like so much more like dimension on the bottom there. And then I'm going to go back in with that angled brush that I use for my like lash line. And I'm going to go in the same shade. And I just add a little wing on the end. I always wait till I do my lashes so I can kind of see where I want my wing to sit. And it's just a little shadow wing there. All right, so now that our eyes are like setting and all that, I'm going to show you guys how I cut my lashes and all that. Like I said, I always use a pair, like one side of it, which is nice because then I'm like saving that way. So I'm going to peel these off. And then I always have like my eyebrow scissors, and I cut them in half where it's kind of like long on each end. Now we have 2 halves that look like this. This is what I do with the lashes. Like I literally just cut them in half and then they're pretty much even. I trim it like each side to kind of make it even as possible, and then I always put the outer corner that's long on like the other end, so like this end is for the side, this one's for the side, obviously, but that's how I do it. And I pop it under my lashes, so then I end up putting the glue on top instead of underneath like you normally would, if that makes any sense at all. I actually forgot a step. I like to do my waterline. This is the Rare Beauty like eyeliner. I don't know what it's called, but it's like the pencil one, and I just do my top lash line just because I curl it so much. You can see the waterline, and because I'm putting the lashes on, I like to have this. So I'm gonna tight line up in my waterline, and then yeah. And I don't know if you can like tell a difference, like I can. It just looks more fuller on the outer part, and I feel like it gives me more of that cat eye look, but my lash glue is still drying, but we're gonna move on because it's taking long. So I'm gonna just wipe off my lip stuff. You guys always ask what my lip combo is, and honestly I always switch it, so I really don't know half the time, but this has been my go-to lately. This is the Kylie Cosmetics plumping lip liner in the shade Kylie we have here. So I'm just gonna line my lips. I don't really overline too much, just slightly, and this is really creamy, which is so nice. And then I take this She Glam Crystal Glaze Moisturizing Lip Care. It's basically just a lip gloss. This is in the shade and like scent Candy Lane. It's just a clear gloss, but I love these guys. I have them in so many shades, and I just pop this in the center. Like, this is it for my lip product. Really easy. I'm gonna do my bottom lashes. I'm gonna use this again She Glam mascara. This is like a duo ended one in the waterproof. I use like this skinny kind of like comb looking one, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on my bottom lashes here, just like so. And the last step we have here is obviously our final setting spray, which I use the One Size setting spray. Guys, I honestly don't know if this does anything, because I don't know if I'll rebuy it, because the way I went to the club and I still sweat my makeup off. So, or am I just like a sweaty girl? I don't know. But I'm gonna use this to set my face. I do notice when I'm not doing any like crazy activities, my makeup does last, but I don't know if it's from this, like, if I'm gonna be honest. But I'm gonna use it until it's done. But let's, yeah. It's so bad. Alright, y'all, but that is the finish of my glam makeup routine. This is what I do when I'm doing my glam makeup. This is pretty much what I'm wearing. It's easy, it's fast. I can do this in probably like half an hour if I'm not talking, maybe less. But this is it. That's all the products that I use. Nothing crazy, but like, she's full beat and she is extra and out there. Obviously, this is not my everyday makeup, but it is my glam makeup. So, but I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you like me, subscribe down below. Yeah, I love y'all. Don't forget to love yourself. Until next time, I'll see y'all later. Peace out, scouts. Bye.